Look, I get it. Everyone is shouting, find your niche down. But honey, if you're an ADHD entrepreneur, that's like asking us to pick our favorite color out of a box of 120. What if you're multi passionate, multi talented, multi gifted, and you don't have it all figured out yet? Here's the truth: you don't need a niche to start. Today, I'm going to show you how to pull from your life, from your struggles and your wins, so that you can start marketing. Yes, even before you've narrowed down your niche. As an ADHD entrepreneur, narrowing down or niching down could feel like cutting off part of yourself. We're a ball of creative energy popping off with like 25 ideas at once. In fact, ideas are like gremlins. Pour a little water on them and they're multiplying exponentially. So, guess what? You don't need to niche to market. Instead, I want you to focus on one thing: your story. Think about the problems you faced, the ones that you had wished you had help with. Today, I'm going to show you how to use your personal experiences to start marketing without locking yourself into a niche right away. Trust me, it's more fun this way. So, number one, start with your story. Before you get all bogged down in trying to find your elusive niche, let's start with something simpler: your own story. What problems have you had to solve the hard way? What challenges drained your energy, your time, and your confidence? That's where the gold is. By tapping into your own experiences, you're going to uncover the very same problems your future clients are struggling with right now. So, you don't need to box yourself in yet. You just need to share your story. Listen, I've tried for years to try to market without sounding salesy or fake. And spoiler alert, that didn't work.
It didn't.
But when I started sharing my struggles as an ADHD entrepreneur, that's when things clicked. People didn't care about my niche, they resonated with my story. And that's what you can do too. Now, listen, if this is making sense to you and you're thinking, yep, that's me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss any of the juicy videos that I have coming up for you. And if you're ready to attract the right people to your business and to market in a way that feels good to you, then I'm going to invite you to my 4-day challenge, Speed Date Your Audience. And it's linked below in the description. However, don't go yet. Let's move on to the next step here. But stay to the end, because there's one thing that is super important about your story. And it's something that can make or break how you connect to your audience. But I'll share what that is in a minute, so keep watching. Now let's talk about the pain points you faced or I faced. Think back to a problem you had that no one helped you solve, that you had to figure out all by yourself and go at it alone. How did you feel? What did it cost you? Was it your time, energy, or your peace of mind? Well, guess what? Those are the same pain points that your client is dealing with right now. By sharing how you overcame those hurdles, you can create genuine, real, authentic connection with your audience. You can build trust. And guess what? You can do all of this without having a niche. Because what you're showing your audience is that yes, they can go at it alone. Look at you. You figured it out. But what it cost you, they can actually not have to go through. They can have a guide, someone like you, to help them navigate the pitfalls of life, of business, so that they don't have to spend forever trying to figure it out on their own like you did. Look, I had a similar problem. I had to navigate the chaos of having ADHD, then undiagnosed, and navigating building a business, holding down a job, working in my own house, and being a mother, as well as being a partner, all by myself. Y'all, I felt like I was a step behind every single day. And by listening to all those marketing gurus out there, I was trying to squeeze myself into a strategy that was hurting me. Didn't help, it hurt. I started feeling like there was something wrong with me. Why can't I do what those other people did? I'm watching people who started when I started take off and become successful while I was still on ground zero, one, two, or three. And I know that we shouldn't be comparing our paths to other people, nor should we be comparing our capabilities to other people. But some of them people did not know nearly as much as I did or how to actually communicate it well to other people to teach them. But what they could do was market. And the marketing style fit them. It didn't fit me. But I internalized that as my own personal failure, as opposed to understanding and realizing, because again, I was not diagnosed, that I needed to do things a different way, my way. And when I started sharing these stories, especially when I finally got diagnosed formally with ADHD, my inbox started getting pings because other women who suspected they had ADHD too were reaching out to me. And they were saying that they had been through the same thing. And at first, I thought it was just about being creatives. Creatives don't fit this cold blooded, money driven marketing that is taught there. But it was more than that. Our brains were literally wired different because the truth is, a creative's brain is. And that's when I realized,
hey, I'm on to something.
It took a while to realize that, but I know now. Because I don't want you to have to go through this alone, I started doing this video series of talking about ADHD entrepreneurship so that you can understand you're not alone. There are strategies out there. You can be successful. It's all about knowing what it is that's possible for you instead of continuing to subject yourself, because we do make that choice, to the one rigid way of generating income and impact instead of just sticking to one way to market. There are many ways to market. And with our creativity, being ADHD entrepreneurs, we need to learn how to listen more to ourselves and to follow our own intuition instead of thinking we don't know what we're doing. Okay, step 3, let's talk about it. Step 3, solving problems without a niche. So here's where you can take that journey, your story, and turn it into the solution for your audience. So instead of focusing on narrowing all your genius and your experience into one niche, think about solving problems based on your journey, based on the things you experienced, based on the problems you've solved. Because if there's one thing we entrepreneurs can do, especially us ADHD entrepreneurs, we can turn a loss into a lesson. So it's up to you to start sharing what you learned. Because the truth is, you don't need to be boxed in order to help people. On this channel, I talk about business, I talk about ADHD, I talk about God and spirituality, I talk about life, motherhood, finding my voice. I had to stop allowing myself to be forced by myself and as well as by entrepreneurial society into a funnel, trying to squeeze all my awesomeness into something that was just one thing. I'm not that. Neither are you. So I started this channel not just focusing on one thing. I wanted to talk about ADHD and entrepreneurship because those are two very different things that go together very, very well. But I'm talking about what actually worked for me. I'm talking about my journey. I'm talking about my problems, things that will echo yours. And this is what attracted many of my clients to me over the past couple of years, because with my ADHD-ness came creativity, came the ability to do multiple things. So I've had clients all within the realm of storytelling that approach me for different things: workbook help, coloring book help, activity book help, regular book help, brand story help, client clarity, just different things, but all really around the realm of story and personal branding. They really didn't care about my niche. All they cared about was, could I help them? And yes, I did. Remember when I was telling you there was something that could make or break your connection with your audience? Well, here it is: vulnerability. If you share the raw, real, and relevant version of your story, the struggles, the wins, the losses, and the lessons, people will feel that connection to you. And when people connect with you, they'll stick around. I've had clients who have bought almost everything that I put out. So don't wait for the perfect niche. Your story is enough. There is plenty in it. So, step 4, marketing through connection, not perfection. Listen, it is no lie that perfection is the enemy of progress, especially for us ADHD folks. Instead of waiting to have everything figured out, start sharing your journey. People want to see the real you, especially in this age of AI. They don't want that polished, Instagram perfect version of you. They don't want to sit there and go, is this an AI voice, an AI avatar? No, they want the real, authentic, vulnerable, open, relevant, that's a key word, version of you. They need to be able to see themselves in you, or at least see that you are the one who will help them reach a better version of themselves. So the more you share your challenges and growth, the more your audience will be attracted to and connected to you. And marketing is definitely about connection, not perfection. Listen, some of my best marketing moments came from the messiness of my journey. I mean, can't have a message without a mess, right? That's kind of how it goes. When I was honest about sharing the struggles of balancing motherhood and ADHDness and business, my audience connected with the vulnerability. In fact, a lot of them saw themselves in me. So it really wasn't about having it all together. It was about being real, even more now than it was before. Listen, there are people who will jump in your inbox and will tell you that the way that you express yourself, the way that you show up is confusing people or hurting your business. But let me tell you this, check in with yourself, check in with your intuition. Because if you don't feel grateful for the advice, if you feel instead hurt or repelled by the advice, don't take it. In fact, put them in the category of do not listen. Because if it speaks against your intuition, if it speaks against your self knowledge and gut, then they're talking noise and you need to be talking anointing. So here's your key takeaway: you don't need a niche to market.
Niche, niche, whatever.
Just start by sharing the challenges that you've overcome and the solutions you created to do it. Your story is enough to build that connection. The niche can come later, and it will. So if you are ready to take action and attract an audience that is authentic and aligned with you, sign up for my free 4-day challenge. Speed date your audience. You can find the link in the description below. Listen, we're going to have fun and get real about connecting with the right people. We don't need any more freebie seekers or any more purpose parasites. Okay? So it's time to start attracting that aligned audience to you. Go into the description, click the link, and I'll see you on the other side. If you like this video, you're going to really like my next one: how to market without feeling salesy. Trust me, it's a game changer. Just in time for the holidays. So click now and go watch it. But first, sign up for the challenge. Well, today I'm going to, and it's something that can make or break how you could. So it's time to start